Hi everyone, it's Derek and Dave here for a change for our reaction video to the 0-0 draw away to Maribor tonight in the Europa League qualifiers. Dave, we're winning this Europa League, aren't we?
Oh, Derek, absolutely delighted, mate. Delighted to say the least. It was a pretty boring game for the neutral, but for us it was extremely professional, extremely precise, and every man done their job fantastically well. Credit's got to go out to the management team as well. They had their team set out. They had every single player set out to do a specific job, and every single player did their bit tonight. I'm really, really delighted with that, Derek.
Yep, it was absolutely immense. It was, the way I'm describing it is, it was Walter Smith European performance in his second spell at Rangers, but with skill.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a very, very good analogy there, Derek.
Yeah, because we knew we were going to be under the cosh for most of the game. You know, Maribor had to go at us. They had to get the goals. 2 goals would have seen them through, and you know, right from the off, they kind of. I wouldn't say the first 10 minutes there were anything special, but then maybe the kind of 10-15 minute mark, that's when they started getting more and more into it in terms of getting chances in and around our box area. But for the first 10 minutes, I thought we matched them, didn't we?
Definitely, Derek. I actually thought in the first 10 minutes we were going to get absolutely pummeled, but that wasn't the case. We looked very comfortable without going forward, but we certainly, any time that they were coming forward, we were easily dispossessing them, easily breaking the play up, and just looked comfortable. And I think that was sort of bedded the team in after that. I think they knew after that, oh no, we've got our shape straight away. Everybody knows what they're doing. And Derek, there was, when I text you earlier on, I said that I could calm down now, but really when I think back, even when they got the penalty, I just had a wee feeling that we weren't going to concede because McGregor had been so good throughout the game. I think it's the first time in a very, very long time, Derek, that we actually feel pretty relaxed when we're under the cosh. I mean, I think the last time I felt like that is just like what you said at the start of this recording when we were playing in the UEFA Cup the last time, when we had the likes of David Weir and Queller and that playing in defence, we were rock solid. And that's kind of how it feels just now, isn't it? I'm really, really pleased. But right through the spine of the team, everybody was fantastic. The defenders, your 2 midfielders just broke up every single bit of play. Absolutely outstanding. And then Morelos up front. The amount of running that guy did, the amount of times that he got the ball and it put them under pressure, absolutely outstanding, and just unlucky that he didn't get a goal because he had a couple of wee half chances, didn't he?
He did that, yeah, especially the fact that it was the ball. The one standout thing that happened was the ball he played up in the second half to, I think it was Murphy, who had a great first touch control, but then he just sclaffed the shot wide. But yeah, he was brilliant, but clearly the man of the match has got to go to Alan McGregor tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah, he was. He was outstanding, Derek. He really was. He just keeps everything calm. I mean, I keep repeating myself all the time here, but he's, I think everybody was just confident that he wasn't even going to concede tonight for that penalty, which is absolutely bizarre. But he just had that feeling. And absolutely delighted. And again, every single player had an actual, a proper role and proper instructions tonight, who they were marking, what positions that they were getting into, and everybody carried out that, the game plan absolutely perfectly. So, I'm absolutely delighted, Derek. They really did look solid and, controlled, and it was just a perfect away European performance. So, I'm really pleased.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, chances came few and far between for us, but we knew that was going to be the case. We were going to be under the cosh. But even then, McGregor pulled out maybe 5 or 6 superb saves. Obviously, the penalty we'll get to in a minute. There was one in the first half which was a free kick from 30 yards, forcing a brilliant diving save from McGregor. That was on about the 35th minute.
Yep.
Chances for us, few and far between. We didn't make their keeper work, but as I said, we were kind of expecting that. Into the second half, I think it opened up for us a wee bit more. They, as you were expecting, they were chasing the goal. They only had 45 minutes to get the 2 goals. And I felt we came back into it, but they again still had a few chances as well, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they certainly did, Derek. But again, I think there was one point I looked at the stats, Derek, and it was 11 corners to 1
Yeah.
in Maribor's favour, and not at one instance at any of those corners did they look as if they were going to score, because either Katic or Goldson got the ball away. Now, Derek, take that back. Even last season, especially under Mark Warburton, a team getting 11 corners against us would usually mean 11 goals against us. Let's be perfectly honest. So huge credit's got to go to the two defenders as well, and they made it look so easy, didn't they?
Absolutely. Obviously, one of the defenders gave away the penalty, but Dave, it was soft, wasn't it?
No, yeah, very soft. And again, Alec Ray said it straight away. Absolutely, that's not a penalty. His big toe has got the ball there. And again, we didn't really get a chance. The Slovenian TV company didn't really go back and show as much of the replays like they did with just about everything else. But certainly it looked as if he'd got a wee nick on the ball there, so pretty harsh. But again, repeating myself again, Derek, we just all had a feeling that McGregor was going to save it, and what a save it was. Yep. It was outstanding.
Yep, poor penalty, I've got to say, but it was a great save nonetheless.
Yeah.
So, and one wee kind of negative thing I've got to say, obviously, on the game is Morelos, as much as he was great play, that temper of his, he's going to get us into trouble one time, isn't he?
I know. You could tell that he is getting targeted now, Derek, because I think the vast majority of people know that he's a target and he might explode. That's where I am looking for the older pros in the team to take a hold of him and grab him and diffuse the situation straight away, because he is still a young guy, Derek. And again, I keep making excuses for him, but I think maybe a couple of the guys like Scott Arfield or his best pal Candace. I think Candace was the first one to go over and try and calm him down. But I think when these things happen, I think the rest of the team are needing to realise that we need to get in there and calm things down straight away. But again, we'll let him off at the right, Derek. He was outstanding. It didn't cost us. But as you say, we just have to watch that out for that in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we picked up a lot of yellow cards in that game as well. I think there was 5 yellow cards to us and one for them, and that came right in the kind of death of the game. For absolutely, and I think our last one was for Scott Arfield, and there was just
and it was
nothing in it.
Absolutely nothing. You're right. Absolutely nothing. You could tell how he could not believe it when the referee showed him the yellow card. He was totally shocked when that happened. As you say, it was just a hard tackle, wasn't it? And a hard, fair tackle, and the referee handed the yellow card out. So, Derek, I don't know, is that putting anybody at risk for the next match?
I don't know, to be honest, offhand. I would need to check, but
yeah.
Certainly we can go into the next game, which unfortunately it's not going to be against Progress, is it? Mm-hmm. It's going to be against UFA. I think that's the name, the Russian team. So, not the place we wanted to go, I don't think, and I think having that the game against Progress would have been a ready-made team talk there, wouldn't it have? But we go there. We've done the job tonight, and we'll certainly take the game to them.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it already, Derek. I definitely think that we've played the hardest team in these qualifying games. Touchwood. I hope I'm not jinxing things here, but certainly a club with the pedigree of Maribor looked to have been the hardest thing. And let's be honest, Derek, when we spoke about the Maribor game before, we thought it was going to be a really, really tough match for us, and a lot of people, honestly, didn't think that we would have done as well as we have, but we've went out and we've proved a lot of people wrong, and it just shows you how far we've come in such a short space of time.
Exactly. Just to finish up here, obviously there was a few reports pre-match about some trouble outside the ground with our fans getting targeted by the reports with tear gas by the home fans, as well as the Slovenian police being very heavy-handed. I think Jeff Winter had tweeted something. That guy gets about, doesn't he?
It certainly does, aye.
But yeah, I hope everybody stays safe. Certainly there was missiles flying down at our players and inside the ground. I think there was one smoke grenade towards the end of the game as well, so I hope everybody stays safe out there and doesn't get involved in any trouble at all. So just hope that's the case. So Dave, me and you will be recording on Tuesday night, won't we?
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Yes, so we will have the two Maribor games, the St Mirren game and the up-and-coming game against Kilmarnock in the Cup to cover. So hopefully
Yep.
that's another good result for us there, which I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Derek, like I said. And, it makes a change now that the manager can make changes to his first 11 and we still have a very strong team. So it's all looking positive, Derek, and hopefully he can maybe bring in one or two more signings before the transfer window shuts.
Yes. So all I can say is thanks for listening and goodbye.
Take care, folks. Goodbye.